Hey product marketers, you may think about product marketing every day. It may be the most important thing to you, but the reality is that no one else in your company thinks about it at all. You may be in the weeds every day working on things like product launches, positioning, messaging, competitive intelligence, working on content for your sales team. And to you, it might be the most important thing in the world. And you kind of find yourself wondering, why doesn't everyone else care about this? Why don't they think it's as important as I do? Why don't they think I'm as important as I think I am? And the reality is that everyone has their own things that they need to worry about. And for product marketers to be successful in a company, one of the things you have to get really good at is internal education. You might think about it as influencing without an authority. When you start off in day one, maybe you're new to the organization as a product marketer, maybe product marketing is a new function. If a lot of you are like founding or solo product marketers, you might find that product marketing is new to a lot of people in the company, and they just don't think about this stuff. And so your job becomes, yes, everything you do with product marketing, but also a lot of internal education. You have to explain to them and repeatedly explain to them and educate them what product marketing is, why it's important, and what the function of product marketing is actually responsible for, like how you deliver value to the organization, why they should care about it. And so one of the best ways to do that, there are a number of ways that you can do that, but one of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video is this idea of a product marketing charter. And so if you've never heard of it before, watch this video. I'll walk you through a charter template that I have, a really simple one. But in general, think about a charter is one way that you can educate the company. It's a tool that you can use to educate people, to facilitate conversations around what is product marketing, what are we responsible for, and why are we valuable? So let's get in. I'm going to show you this product marketing charter template. Okay, so this is a very simple product marketing department charter template. And like I said before, a charter is essentially a way that you can define the role and responsibilities of product marketing within your organization, right? If it's just you, if you're the only product marketer, it's basically your charter. You kind of define what product marketing might turn into, right? And paint that blueprint in a way. If you have multiple people on your team, it is a charter for your whole team. And it's explaining to the company what your team is responsible for, the purpose of your team, the value you bring to the company. And also, depending on how you approach your charter, definitely with this one, I try to lay out in more specific terms as well, like what is our wheelhouse, what things are we responsible for or not. And so let me just kind of walk you through it here. Now, the first slide that I have here, this was actually a slide that I used at a company called Clue. This was the charter that our team created. This template is based on that. And this first slide here is kind of just the TLDR. It is that one page that you could share with people to give them a quick glimpse at what product marketing is in your company. And so we've got a mission statement, so to speak, like what is our goal in this company to drive growth by delivering the right product to the right audience using the right message. I often will bring in this type of graphic here that explains how product marketing sits at the intersection of all these different go-to-market teams in our company, introduce this concept of our wheelhouse, and then this links out to different areas in the deck and describes specifically the different roles of product marketing. And then I'll talk about our team. And so just simply highlight the people that are on the team. At Clue, we had a small team, just 3 product marketers. And then I describe very simply like what each of us are responsible for in our titles, things like that. I break it down a little bit more here where you can get introduced to the team specifically. I talk again about who are the stakeholders that product marketing works with. So introducing this very common product marketing graphic to explain to people how we sit in between of product marketing, customer success, and sales, like where we fit in the organization, and a little bit around why we exist. So our mission statement, our kind of purpose within the company. I like this one here of driving growth by delivering the right product to the right audience using the right message. And a lot of times if you just share this with people, usually I would want to provide some context with it. And I would say something like delivering the right product. So we, a product marketing team, one of the things we are responsible for is making sure that we are helping influence the roadmap and gathering feedback from, say, the market and from our customers, and then being able to provide input on, are we building the right product for our target audience? That leads into the next one, the right audience. Big part of product marketing is making sure you are focused on the right market segment, the right persona. So making sure we're finding out who the best fit for our product is, and then using the right message. So messaging, positioning, all of that goes within product marketing, as well as creating content, campaigns, everything is how to, one, figuring out what your message is, but 2, delivering that message to the market. So these 3 things come together to define the role of product marketing. And then this idea here of our wheelhouse, this is really where the charter starts to get specific. And one of the ways that you're going to use this charter, so once you create your product marketing charter, and the thing that piece of advice for you when you're creating this is to create it as a first version that you are going to use to workshop around the company. You're going to basically, when you create your first version of your product marketing charter, it is not going to be done. It is going to be done enough that you can show it to people and have conversations with other departments in the company to put your ideas out there, to basically plant a flag and say, this is what I believe product marketing is and does within the company. And then you have that back and forth forth that conversation, and you're gonna refine it from there. But I'll talk about that in a second. So this our wheelhouse section is essentially where you're gonna come in and say, these are the different functional areas of product marketing. So segmentation and personas, analyst relations, win-loss, product launches, customer marketing, competitive enablement, sales collateral, and deal support. Now, these were things we were responsible for at Clue, but for you, it might be something different. You might not care about analyst relations. Maybe you're not responsible for deal support, or maybe customer marketing doesn't sit within product marketing at your company. There might be a number of things, but you are going to want to create these for your specific product marketing function. Every product marketing function can be a little bit different in a company. But if you click on any of these links, it's going to go to those slides that talk about this particular function of product marketing in more detail. And so really what I'm trying to do here is say, when it comes to segmentation and personas, this is what we're responsible for: constant validation and enablement around our ICP, ideal customer profile, and target buyers, while also exploring new market opportunities. So it's basically saying we are constantly validating and enabling our sales team or the company around our current ideal company profile and our target buyer personas. But then we're also out there exploring new opportunities, like potential new segments for us to go after. And what does this include? So this is something that I actually ended up adjusting this, like my template after a while, where at first it said, these are the things we were responsible for. And then I'd have a section that said, these are the things we're not responsible for. And so in this case here, I would say what this includes: defining our target buyer segments and personas, supporting research into new market segments, maintaining internal training tools, creating specialized collateral at specific segments to cater to specific segments and buyer personas. And so I would say these are the things that we're responsible for. What we're not responsible for is user personas, for example, from the perspective of researching and improving like the product experience. That would be something that product management's responsible for. So originally when I said we're not responsible for this, when I first started having conversations, for example, with the product team, when they saw that, they were kind of put off a little bit. The head of product was put off a little bit because to her, it seemed like we were saying, we're not going to help with that at all. That is not something we concern ourselves with at all. And so it just wasn't a great way to start a conversation with someone on the product team. And so I took that and really just adjusted it to be like, this is not our focus. We don't own this, but we support it, or we can support it. And so this is the good thing about when you create your charter, you're going to basically show it to people and get feedback and how use it as a tool to have a conversation. I'll link this template up in the video description, but you'll be able to go down through and look at these different slides. And the thing is to don't just copy it and use it as yours. You want to take this template and you want to make it your own. But the idea is that you would end up with your charter, which really carves out and defines what product marketing is and responsible for, why it matters within your company. Okay? And so once you create the charter, now I'll talk a little bit about what you do after it's created. What I typically like to do if I'm new into a company, or if you're creating a charter for the first time, is to book a meeting with the different department heads, like different stakeholders, important stakeholders you have across the company. So it might be like head of product, customer success, your head of sales, or different sales managers, could be your founder. And so you're going to schedule those meetings and you're going to walk them through it. Kind of like I've done here. You schedule 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you walk them through it. And you just kind of walk through it, explain to them what you do in these different kind of functional areas of product marketing, and you give them the opportunity to provide feedback, to ask questions. And so one, it's a great way to like make adjustments to your charter. It might open your eyes to things you never thought of, but it's also a good way to educate people on what the importance of product marketing is. So when you're done with this, you take all that feedback, you take everything you learned, and you update your charter. And then going forward, this is something when someone's new to the organization or you want to explain to them what product marketing is, you can always refer back to this charter document. At my past companies, we've even gone as far as to use the charter deck in this example as where we have all of our quarterly planning as well. So attached to the bottom of this, we might have, hey, this is our OKRs for this quarter, and here are the specific projects we're working on. And for us, it's just a way to keep us coming back to the charter and keep that updated, because this document becomes something we use for our quarterly planning. So whatever you use to make this, a living document for your product marketing team, I'll leave that with you. But hopefully this walkthrough here gives you a bit of an understanding of what a product marketing charter is, how it can help you, and hopefully it's helpful to you to help educate and help your company understand what product marketing is, why it's important, and to help you get that influence that you need in the organization. All right, that's it. So first off, thanks for making it to the end of this video. If you found this helpful, if you learned something today that you can bring into your company and help level up yourself as a product marketer, but also the importance of your product marketing team, subscribe to this channel. And I'm going to be making more videos like this. So I'm going to be focusing on practical advice and actionable things you can actually take to make yourself a better product marketer and to make your product marketing team and function more successful. So subscribe. Look forward to seeing you on future videos. And if you're looking for more inspiration around product marketing, subscribe to my newsletter newsletter PMM files, I share 5 practical product marketing examples every week. And if you're a founding PMM and you're looking to level up in your career to get more confidence as a solo or that first product marketer in your company, check out my coaching program. Go to productivepmm.com. Cheers. We'll see you on the next one.